Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the Mic'd Up Outdoor Podcast. I'm your host, Josh Tanner. Today we are live at the ATA show 2026 here in Indianapolis, Indiana. And this morning, coffee talk this morning with Lincoln Rohn from PackerMaxx. So Lincoln, thanks for taking the time. I know it's been super busy right now. Today is what day? I've lost track of days. Day 3, but today is big day, public day.
Public day. First,
so
consumer
we got a lot of just individual buyers coming in. The last couple of days has been wholesalers and stuff. So how's the show been going so far?
Not bad.
Yeah.
You know, this is our first year here, so I really did not know what to expect.
Yeah.
You know, I had no clue.
Right.
And you know, so far this is a great network area.
Yeah.
You know,
huge.
That's why I was just late. We were kind of networking a little bit.
Sure.
Next thing you know, we're talking about being dealers for each other's products.
That's awesome. Yeah.
You know, so it's been good. Overall, you know,
satisfied.
It's been positive.
Good.
So
Good.
you know, we've got some great leads. You know, now it's on us to follow up with those leads. And,
for sure.
Hopefully make them happen.
The one thing that I've realized, and this is the first time I've been here as well, the one thing I've realized, when people have said in this industry that it is a very small, kind of tight-knit community,
Yep.
I've realized that more today than I ever have. Like, everybody seems to kind of know each other, respect each other, whether you're a competitor or non-competitor, any way it works. Everybody wants to see everybody else succeed. And I think I appreciate that and seeing that. And
at the end of the day, we're kind of all in the same boat.
We're all in the same
trying
boat.
to make a living and enjoy
make
what we do.
You know,
build a company and
Right.
You know,
Right. So I guess tell me a little bit about yourself and a little bit about PackerMaxx and the history of it and how you, I guess, came to be.
Sure. So I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and born and raised there, still live there, or that area anyway, small town outside of Grand Rapids. And our business now is just north of GR. But I've been a lifelong hunter from a very young age. My family has had a 160-acre property in Newaygo, Michigan, and that has just become a passion for me, managing that property. My father owns it, but he has let me,
got the full reins of
full reign.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Never questions anything I do, and we keep him surrounded with food plots. And he can go out and sit in his blind stand deer and smash a good one every now and then, and he's happy as a lark. So and keeps the taxes paid.
Right,
so.
right, yeah, for sure.
But that's kind of how I got into this whole realm.
Okay.
I started. This was 12 years ago, approximately. I started a group in Michigan called Michigan Deer Hunters. Let them go and let them grow.
Okay.
It's still active.
Is that the Facebook?
Yeah.
Page? Okay, I'm a part of that group.
Oh, yeah?
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah,
I did not know that you were. That was your group. So that's awesome.
We started that to try to bring awareness because Michigan's. It's rough.
It's kind of a mess.
At 3 years old is like that's an ancient buck in Michigan. So especially where we're at, and so we were just trying to, spread the word about selective harvest and working with the DNR. And so, long story short, I met the previous owner of PackerMaxx through that channel.
Okay.
We had some big events he had donated a couple products to, and he called me one day out of the blue and said, "Hey, I'm thinking about selling my business. Do you care if I post it on your group?"
Yeah.
I said, "Well, let's talk about that first."
Yeah,
because I had bought one 10 years prior,
right,
and loved it. It was a game changer,
right.
I to this day I said that's the best thing I ever did for my food plot program was buy one of those,
right,
and makes such a huge difference in not only just germination rates, overall food plot performance.
Yeah.
You look like a pro when you're done, So
it's a very clean. It just I don't know what it is about it. It's just it's
satisfying.
something satisfying about seeing a very clean,
just manicured
crisp food plot before when it's finished up.
Yep. So anyway, so we talked about it, and I call it my Shark Tank deal. I ended up buying it direct from him. We were on kind of a royalty setup until I got the business paid for, and and then I ended up buying the royalty out because I could see writing on the wall that things were really skyrocketing and it was going to cost me a lot of money.
That was 7 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So that was really I would say kind of in the up and coming just prime stages of habitat work, food plots and stuff like that.
Right in that window.
Yeah, especially for something about Michigan and Michigan hunters, absolutely rabid. just insane about their deer hunting and
habitat.
Food plots and habitat and stuff. And I just wish that we could get the rest of the stuff to follow, the government end of it, I guess, to follow.
Some clean regulations that would help protect young bucks.
But, for sure. So.
And, and until then, we've maintained this property or this this group, this Facebook group, in hopes that we can still just continue to educate people. Yeah. I'd say we've had a huge impact.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's still not there, but it's a whole lot better than it was 10 years ago.
I've always said that I feel like we're a generation away from getting it to stick.
Yeah, for sure.
Your dad, my dad grew up, not a lot of deer. You just shoot. You shoot what you see, and if it's a buck, hey, great. If it's a doe, great. So
I've killed. I hate to admit it, but I got a box full of 1.5-year-olds that I just smoked, man.
Guilty. And it was great hunting.
Oh yeah, loved it, and just smashed those yearlings.
yeah.
Gee, I wonder why I can't ever shoot a good deer.
Yeah, we're all guilty of it. So it's good to be better though.
So that's kind of how we ended up with it. Okay. And we launched it on social media. He did not do any social media, and once we launched it, it was like a brand new product,
right?
Because nobody
really knew about it.
And so, we went hard at it. The first quarter, we sold more in the first quarter than he did in 3 years prior.
Was that just kind of online sales? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah. We had
people reaching out to you and just calling you up and saying, hey,
Yep. And then, people would order it. We'd pack them up and ship them.
Okay.
And started out in my pole barn.
Yeah.
And
was there anything that you had to do or wanted to do to refine them?
Yeah, so a few years in, we launched the 6-footer.
Okay.
And
I tell you what, before this, for the people that are listening, because there's video going, but for the people who are listening, let's just kind of paint a picture of what we're talking about.
Yeah. So PackerMaxx Cultipackers, they're a cultipacker that is designed with the food plotter hobby farmer in mind.
Yep.
It's a high density polyethylene drum. They're about 1/2 of an inch thick, so I mean they're legit, and you can hit that thing with a hammer and not break it.
Right.
And so cultipackers basically you increase your seed to soil contact, you increase your germination rates, you increase the soil moisture retention, and basically your overall food plot performance.
Right. And the cultipacker comes in last, essentially.
That's the last step of the whole process. There's a lot of no-till applications too that you can do with it, but typically you're going to disc or till.
Yep.
Get the ground worked up.
Yep.
Get your fertilizer and lime tilled in, and then you're going to cultipack it,
and then seed it,
broadcast it,
and then pack it again.
Yep.
Okay, so it's kind of a two-stage, I guess, a pre-seed and a post-seed.
Yep. Now, if you're doing like cereal grains, for instance.
Okay.
Like we have a it's a grain bin. It's cereal rye, winter wheat, oats, and peas. Mm-hmm. You can just till, broadcast, pack on something like that.
Okay.
We have even started maybe dragging it in just a little bit because we've got a lot of turkeys.
Yep.
And so
if they find it, they'll get it.
Oh yeah,
they'll tear a field right apart.
So so I've got one of those infield drags. They're light aluminum, so they just nick it.
Yep.
And then I'll go in and pack, and man, it really works good.
Really works good. What do you feel like a percentage of a person or a hobby farmer or a food plotter or whatever? Is there a percentage that you feel is out there based off of using the cultipacker, not using the cultipacker?
As far as like germination differences, it's I don't know what the percentage would be, but it's significant.
It's significant.
Yeah, we have some. So we have a couple of very distinct pictures. One of our customers was they had tilled, they broadcast the seed, and then there was a massive rainstorm coming.
Okay.
So they drove they didn't want to cultipack in the rain, so they drove the cultipacker across the field.
Okay.
And out.
Okay.
Thinking, it's going to rain. That's going to beat all that seed in there. Well, then, a week later, took a picture of the field, and there was a nice stripe right along the.
I'll be damned.
Nothing else.
Where they had we're pulling that cultipacker out that day.
Yeah, that was just a beautiful green strip, and then all of a sudden there was nothing. Virtually nothing in the non-packed side.
It's interesting you say that because it was never even intended that way.
Right.
But it was like, here's your sign.
Right.
here's your sign that this needs to happen.
That was a great visual.
Yeah, for sure, Great selling point. Great selling point.
Yeah. So
what? So originally you started out with the 5-foot version.
So it's 4-footer.
4-footer.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So we had
version.
the 4-footer, and then we had an 8-footer, which is 2 of these gang together.
Okay.
And then we have a 3-point hitch model.
Oh. Okay.
So then we had so many people that wanted a 6-footer. Like the 8's too wide to go down some trails.
For sure.
4 is not going to cover their tires on like a side-by-side.
Yep.
So everybody that was one of our biggest
requests.
So when we had this one made, it's a mold. So that's, you got to make sure once you do it, that's what you want.
Right.
And so we sat down with the team and just said, hey, if we could change one thing on this, what would it be? And really the only thing we could come up with was the original PackerMaxx grooves were quite aggressive.
Okay.
And so many people are using Clovers and Braskas right now.
Yep.
So we said, let's lessen that channel a little bit.
Okay.
We're going to get better compaction all the way to the,
into the indentation. Yep.
And, so that's what we ran with. And I'm telling you, man,
that really made a big difference.
It did make a big difference, especially on those smaller seeds.
Okay.
So, but
another thing that you didn't really know until you actually got it out there and tried it. So,
So we did that with a 6-footer. And then, at one point we're like, okay, so now we have the 4-footer, which is the original.
Yep.
So our original mold, I didn't even know this at the time, but molds do have a shelf life.
Yep.
They have a limit, and they were doing some maintenance on it and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Let's just get another mold made for the 4-footer that's going to match the profile.
Scrap the the original and go with that.
So this is a PackerMaxx HD 2.0.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, and I see on the bigger version you actually have tires.
Yep.
So you can flip that over.
Yep. You got flip over wheel kit, and that fits both the 4 and the 6.
Oh, it did. Okay. Yep. Perfect.
And
so
then we've
universal for sure.
Yep. And then we've got the 3-point hitch 6-footer and the 3-point hitch 4-footer.
Okay. Perfect.
So,
and I mean, I've used these before, and like you can pull them with a riding lawnmower. You can pull them with a 3-wheeler, 4-wheeler, side-by-side tractor.
Yep.
So, I mean, and they're not super heavy either. I shouldn't say
heavy
not
enough
super.
to get the job done, but not crazy.
Yeah, like to move them, transport them when they're not full, because basically it's a sealed drum.
Yep.
Grooved drum, and then you fill it with water. Do guys fill it with sand?
So if you're not going to transport it from, like if it's going to stay on property, you can fill it with sand.
Yeah.
I mean, it's significantly heavier, but you don't always. There's a line,
fine line of how deep
between
or how hard,
too heavy
you want stuff. Yeah.
You don't want to pack it to concrete.
Right.
You want a nice firm seed bed.
Right.
And so, heavier isn't always better.
Okay.
And so,
that's good to know.
But if it's staying on property and you felt like you wanted to have it heavier, you can fill it with sand. That way you don't have to worry about draining it.
Yeah.
Some guys have put beet juice in it, same thing they put in tractor tires.
Oh, I'll be damned.
Because that doesn't freeze.
Okay.
And beet juice, I believe, is like 11.3 pounds per gallon. Water is 8.3. So it's a little bit heavier. But the lion's share is water.
Yep.
And, and it works great. Plenty of weight to firm that seed bed up, set the seed into the soil. And then you can, drain it out and move it around.
100%. I'll tell you what I use it for, and maybe you've heard it used before, maybe you haven't. I had a clover field, used the cultipacker, and then I took the water and I put it in my water hole.
Well, I've got video. I've got video of guys pulling up to their water hole and draining it in.
I'm just like, what am I going to do with this water? Do I just ride around and I look over? I'm like, there's my sign. Here's my answer. I'm just pull over, pull
40
the plug.
gallons of water.
Yeah, pull the plug and drain it right into the water hole. And I mean, that's great.
Yeah,
that's
it's funny. We have customers send me videos of that all the time. You ever have anybody do this? I'm like, I do, but I appreciate the the video.
Mean, it just here's something that you can move it real quick and drain it, and it works great. So,
we've even got a guy in Michigan up north, northern Michigan, that has a cross country ski.
Just like a
lodge or whatever.
And
he pulls it behind
his trails.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah, he fills it with beet juice.
Yep.
So
that's a great idea, because I'm like, I cross country skied before, and and even on ski hills, it's a similar type of groomer.
Yep.
It's
100%.
probably a little bit tighter because
Yep.
they always say, "Oh, it's perfect corduroy on the ski hill today."
Yeah.
But yeah, I could see
Yeah.
where this would work perfect.
Yeah, he said
for
it
something
works
like
great.
That.
So
yeah.
he's been talking to me about getting the to your point a little bit lighter.
A little bit
Yeah, he's got
thinner.
the original,
Okay.
and so he wants to upgrade to
That would actually be
to
a
the
great
2.0.
idea.
So
Another selling point.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Yep. And
So-
we're finding now.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, you're
We're
fine.
finding now too that since we launched the 6-footer, a lot of guys that had the 4-footer original are buying the 6-footer.
Okay.
Just because you know if you're doing
Just covers more ground.
Yeah, and if you're doing a 3-acre field, that's a lot of back and forth with a 4-footer. So
Yeah.
you're picking up every other pass. You're picking up a full pass. You know, so
Yeah.
so we're finding a lot of guys
Time
are
is money.
upgrading. Yes,
Time
it
is money with people for
Yep.
sure. So,
Yep.
so you were telling me the other day about. I mean, you were working on marketing this whole process, and after X amount of years, you finally got yourself into what I guess I would consider kind of a bigger box store in Tractor
Yeah.
Supply, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
One of the
yeah.
biggest.
So
Yep.
tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, this has been a long time in coming. We have worked hard trying to get this all set up. It's a big process, but we are on Tractor Supply's drop ship program.
Okay, perfect.
So they're not in store yet, but
Right.
you can buy them on their website.
Okay.
And then there's a process or like a processing app that we use.
Okay.
And so we get the order. And
You ship it to
we
that
ship
particular
Yep.
Tractor Supply where they ordered it or want
If
it
they
dropped,
if
or
that's
get-
where they want it, otherwise we'll drop it right at the customer's doorstep.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible.
Yeah. So
yeah.
it's been. I mean, it was if by the time we got everything fired up, once we got our vendor account approved, set up, went through all the channels, which was a huge process. Then we had to start getting stuff plugged into the website.
Okay.
Everything took. I mean, it took 8 months.
Yeah.
And thank God for my son, because I'm here to tell you I'd have been throwing stuff like.
I'm not super techie myself. That's I
for-
guess maybe that's why we had kids, right?
For my age, I'm pretty decent, but man, I'm telling you, it would have been over.
It was you were in over your head on that end of it.
So Jeremiah took care of
yeah,
all of that.
yeah.
I'm super proud of him for
Yeah.
sticking with it, because I mean it was a task.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure. I can
And,
only imagine.
Got everything up and running, and I mean it was December when we got everything flying. Maybe November, but right out of the gate we sold 10 units.
Nice.
In a couple of weeks,
Yep.
and it's like, man, if that's a thing to come in December,
Right.
We're super
yeah.
excited, very
Yeah.
fortunate,
For sure. For
and
sure.
hopefully at some point we can get them in store. But basically the way it pans out is like with their analytics, they can tell throughout the country where these shipped and where the hot zones were.
Yep.
We'll probably after a year or two we'll probably be able to get placement in those stores.
Nice.
And we might not get 2,500 stores, we might
Yeah.
get 500.
Right.
So
It's more than what you started with.
A lot more.
If they give you a spot to
Right.
put up a PackerMaxx sign so people can
Yep.
come in and see it,
Yep.
that's,
And that's
huge.
That's one thing that I talked to the buyer about. Just for future, I said, could we get a video
Just give
rolling?
me a space
Yeah, just-
that I can put it up.
Yeah, and give me a little video.
Yeah.
Because to expect a store associate to tell somebody what this thing does,
Yeah.
they're not gonna. So if we have a little video rolling or
It
whatever,
would be
but-
interesting to get like a mini version.
They have one of the blind companies has a little
Yep.
3D printed blind.
Oh, okay.
And I'm
okay.
like,
That
I
would,
need
be,
to-
that would be a great selling
heck
point.
yeah! If I had a little 3D
Yep.
printed PackerMaxx,
Yep.
so that's
with a
on
sign
my
on
list.
there. So yeah, that's a great
So,
idea.
but yeah, so up and rolling, and I just like I said, I'm super excited about that.
Yeah,
It's something we
for
work
sure.
super hard for. And
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just for our company. It's big.
Opens a lot of doors for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Let me ask you this: is there any assembly required when they get shipped to you?
Yeah, so
Pretty simple, I'm
yep.
assuming.
So the 4-foot, I just use a 4-footer.
Yep.
If you just get the 4-footer without the wheel kit, you're going to get 2 boxes.
Okay.
One's going to be the drum,
Okay.
and the other one's going to be the scraper bar in the frame kit.
Yeah.
And set it right on your doorstep.
Perfect. Perfect. We'll pause it for a minute.
Okay.
Oh, we had to take just a little break here for a minute. That every day before the show starts, they actually have somebody sing the national anthem. So, of course, we took a little break, but we're back now. So, anyway, getting back to the whole process, I think we were talking about assembly.
Yeah. So you'd get 2 boxes on a regular 4-footer. It's all the same size bolt.
Okay.
So there's no guesswork there, flipping wrenches.
Yep.
And then, it takes 15 minutes.
A socket and a wrench.
Impact works really nice.
Impact works really nice.
Little Makita or whatever, or Milwaukee.
Yep. And then as far as like the tires and stuff, those are a separate kit, correct?
Yep.
It's an additional.
Yeah, you can order that. You can either order it, with or without. There's an option on the website when you click on that product, it'll ask you with or without wheels.
Okay.
And then with the price, and then boom. So
nice.
It's a $200 option.
For the wheel kit.
Yeah.
I'm assuming they're solid.
So we have pneumatic.
Tires. Okay.
We are.
Okay.
So we're going to offer a good and better option.
Okay.
And
perfect.
we are going to start offering the no flat tire because. Not dogging anybody, but you can put it on I have it very clearly on my instruction sheet, 5 to 7 miles an hour. And darn well guys are doing Mach 3 down
going down the dirt road to the next food plot.
I know, I'm one of those guys.
We're guilty.
Right. Roll it. So
that's great. That's
great.
We're
going to start offering, and then if somebody does blow tires out, I'm just like, hey man, I'll give you
I'm gonna scold you a little bit, but then I'm gonna help you out.
Right.
So all right, let's talk price point.
Yep. So the 4-footer, as it sits with no wheel kit, is $900.
Okay.
And then if you add the wheel kit, it's a $199 option. Some guys get it, some guys don't.
Yep.
It just depends on their situation.
Yeah, for sure.
And then the 6-footer is $1,400.
Okay.
And then $1,600 with the wheel kit.
Okay.
And then we do. We don't charge a full price. We have a flat rate UPS price, and the 4-footer is $100 to ship, and the 6-footer is $150.
Okay, perfect.
So
not too bad. Not too bad.
Yeah, it's not and we can ship them anywhere in the country. And again, you're going to get it unassembled. It's super easy to put together. We'll land it right on your doorstep.
Okay.
It's very. We ship if you ordered today, this afternoon.
Yep.
It would ship tomorrow.
Okay.
And we try to stick to that ship the next day.
Yep.
And the busiest time of the year, it might be 48 hours, but we still, we really try to stick on that 24 hours. Because if you're anything like me, I go buy seed on my way, way to plant, not like, I got to get this 2 weeks ahead or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
So a lot of hunters are the worst procrastinators, and so we try to keep it super quick.
Yeah, for sure. And you already have some dealers. I know Jay Sporting Goods in Clare, Michigan does it and stuff. Do you have dealers outside of the Michigan space that carry your stuff too?
We have about I think we have about 24, 25 dealers in the upper Midwest, Indiana, Ohio.
Yep.
It's a couple in Illinois. We're starting to, and today that's part of what this show was. Trying to expand that a little bit.
Expand that footprint out a little bit.
We've got a couple in PA, one in New York.
Okay.
But again, if you don't have we have a dealer page. You can look. If you don't have somebody close, we'll shoot you one.
Yep, we can just get you one. So interesting, awesome.
Yep.
So where can people find you? Like hit me up with the locate or the website and all that stuff.
Yeah. So it's PackerMaxx.com. PackerMaxx with 2 X's.
Okay.
And PackerMaxx.com will bring you right to our website. We got a really clean, easy website. It's crisp, very easy, user friendly.
Awesome.
You don't have to do 17 different things to get one ordered.
I know that myself just purchased some property. Finally got the hunting property that I've been looking for or trying to get for close to 30 years, and. Your cultipacker is going to be a huge part of it, for sure. So, and that's one of the reasons why I kind of seeked you out, just because I wanted to talk to you about it and see if there was anything that I needed to do or anything that I shouldn't be doing. So, I learned a few things, but So, anyway, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you.
It's awesome to meet you and Thad.
Absolutely,
it's been a pleasure.
It's a small world, like you said. It's a small industry, and I think
shout
I said
out to Josh.
Albert. Josh Albert's actually put us in contact, or put me in contact with you, and it's just interesting that I think I said it to somebody else the other day. We drove 5 hours from Michigan to talk to somebody who's less than an hour away.
I'm right down the road. Yeah, 15 minutes from the
Thad
property.
and you were just a few minutes apart, so I mean,
funny.
It's interesting how things work. So I guess we took the long way around to get here.
It is. There's been some different things that have happened during the show that have been pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's like God moments that like you bump into somebody that I'm a recovering alcoholic of 24 years, and we bumped into somebody that had a kid that was struggling. Yeah, I mean it's been a good experience.
We went to that breakfast yesterday morning. That was put on kind of like the bow hunters for Christianity sort of deal, something like that. That was probably one of the most powerful things that I've seen since we got here.
I just saw the first dude.
Yes,
I just saw him walk by.
I talked to him yesterday, and I literally walked over to him and I shook his hand, thanked him
same.
I said, I don't really know why I ended up here this morning. I just kind of heard free breakfast.
Yep.
But then
I mean, and he's fresh too, man. He's fresh. He's only I think he's less than a year sober, but he is, man. He is on fire for the Lord, and he just
it was an extremely powerful
testimony,
and that was one of probably the highlights of this show. So I know
cool.
There's a lot more highlights to talk about. But
no, serious.
That
was awesome. So
thank you, Lincoln, so much. I appreciate you guys. PackerMaxx. If you haven't checked them out, check them out, and enjoy the rest of the show. Good luck to you.
You guys too. Appreciate you, man.
Thank you, guys. Thanks.